Hello! It's Monday morning and I thought, why not film a little day in the life kind of video as a knitter? Now, the title of this, I think I'm going to caption it like Day in the Life of a Full-Time Knitter, which is a little misleading. At the minute, just for like full transparency, I'm not working because I was made redundant at the end of 2025, but I am starting a new job at the end of February. So this isn't even like every day for me right now. This is like my ideal day of knitting, but I also have some other things that I'm doing today. So like things I need to do, I need to go to Tesco's and do a big food shop. I need to walk the dog. Um, I need to wash the dishes. I need to wash the clothes, like all little chores. I would like to clean the bathroom, but probably not today. And I would also like to go to a yarn shop potentially, but I don't know if I have the time to do that today either because I think it closes at like 4 o'clock or something. So yeah, I just thought, why not film it and bring you guys along and just show you like an ideal day in the life for me as a knitter. Jump scare warning, it's going to cut to me just waking up, so I look rough.
Plan all of that. I am quite hungry already, to be honest, so I'm looking forward to eating.
I have some time this morning while I'm getting ready, so I thought, why not just sit down, get ready, do my hair, do my makeup, and chat to you guys just like about my knitting and about myself and about my day. So, yeah, don't mind me if I'm like looking away all the time. I am just gonna get ready. Yeah, it's currently Monday the 8th of February, I think. What's that? A ghost? Did anybody see that? It's still floating about. A ghost. It's currently Monday the 8th of February and my husband just started like a 9 to 5 job for the first time since I've known him. He's ever since we met, he's been working in hospitality. So this is totally different for him to be working a 9 to 5, and he just phoned me there and said he's actually away down for like a client visit to Dublin. So he will be back tonight for dinner. God, I look so red there. What? And I've also bitten my lip and it was like bleeding. You can see. Yeah, he's away to Dublin. So I have all day. It's like maybe, I don't know what time it is. Maybe like 10 o'clock, maybe not quite 10 o'clock. I've got a lot of stuff to do, but I've already like woken up, I've done the dishes and cleaned the kitchen and got the dishwasher on and had a shower. So yeah, just gotta do the other bits. Gotta do my knitting, gotta do my Tesco shop, and yeah, let's just see what we can get done today. But anyway, yeah, my knitting, let's talk about that and then we can get back to my life. So at the minute I have 5 projects on the needle, but I'm only actively working on 3 of them. Those being, by the way, I didn't even say, this is my Robinia sweater I'm wearing. So cute, lovely little boat neck. But my projects, they are the Coming Soon sweater by Paula Strict or Suzanne Mueller. I have a self-drafted cardigan on the needles that I'm going to call my Victoria cardigan. And I have done both sleeves, but both of the ends of the sleeves need redone. So I originally did ribbing on one sleeve and I hated it, and then I was like, let me just knit the other sleeve and do something different and see how it turns out. So I did a picot like edge and then folded it over so that the cuff, the last like inch or whatever, the cuff is like double folded, but I didn't do it right either. I need to redo the picot like cuff thing, and then go back and rip back the other sleeve, rip out all the ribbing and do picot on that one too. But at the minute I'm just leaving both of those and I'm going to do the body. I have like maybe I don't know, like 6 more rows, maybe 4 more rows of the body, and then I think I am going to do ribbing for the body because I want the body to be nice and like tight, but I don't want the, I'm just sitting here, I'm not even getting ready. Yeah, I want the body to be nice and tight, but I don't want the sleeves to be tight, so I'm going to do ribbing for the body, I think. I'm just going to put heat protection on, so I'm going to edit this part out. It smells so fruity. So those are the 2 like garments that I'm working on, and then I also have a pair of socks that I'm working on, which are another self-draft that I'm doing. I can't remember if I said, but the last jumper was a self-draft. And they're called For Now, and this name might stick. My squiggly bobble socks. So I'm knitting these in this purple yarn that is really, really not good to show off the like design of them. So that's the reason why I want to go to the yarn shop today if I can, or if not I will do that maybe tomorrow or something, or later in the week, because I need a plainer yarn and I need to re-knit these socks in another yarn so that you can see what's going on, because I do want to release it as a pattern. And if I was just to knit it in this one yarn and have that be like the main picture on the pattern, like nobody's gonna be able to see what's actually going on. So yeah, I just need to redo it in like a solid color yarn, like not even any what do you call it, variegation or whatever. Like I don't want anything going on with that yarn. I just want one color. So yeah, I think I'm liking the idea of doing it in like maybe white or cream, or if not, just a light color. Maybe I could do like light blue or something like that, or I don't know, but I need to have a look. I need to have a look at my yarn stash first and see what all I've got, and then see if I need to buy anything, which I think I do. And I just really want to go to this yarn shop called Hank's Yarn Parlour, which I've never been to. It's in Belfast, maybe about like 20-minute drive away from me. And I've never been to it, but I've been to like a lot of the other yarn shops that I'm aware of, like around me and in Belfast. So I need to go have a look at this one. Yeah, that is my knitting basically. I do have another couple of patterns on the needles, but they are like summer, like swimsuit cover-up kind of things, or at least that's what I'm knitting them for. And I don't have any holidays booked until June, I think, so I have a long time to get these ones done. Just this morning as well, actually, I was watching Woozy by Celine. She did like a week in the life of a knitter, and I'm totally not copying her. I actually got inspiration from this video, from Made in the Moment, who did like a day in the life kind of thing, and I was like, oh, that'll be nice. I like watching videos like that. I want to do that. And then Woozy by Celine did like a week in the life basically. And she also did like a Christmas, like knits and decorations kind of video, which I also did. So it totally looks like I'm copying her, but I swear to God I'm not. Just great minds think alike. Oh, I'm going so red here. I'm getting too warm straightening my hair. Ooh. So yeah, in her video, she was like knitting a blanket or talking about a blanket or something. I can't even remember. Oh, I have a big tat in my hair. And I have never, ever, ever liked the idea of knitting a blanket. And then I was just thinking about all the yarn I have to look through to find out if I have any sock yarn I can use to re-knit my squiggly bubble socks. And I was just thinking, it could be a good idea for me to knit like a scrappy blanket and get rid of a lot of this yarn. So I actually might do that. I don't see me casting it on anytime soon. I do have a couple of jumpers. I have just committed to knitting my husband a Moby sweater for his 30th, which is in September. So I need to cast that on like, oh my God, I don't even know. I want to give myself a good 4 months to do it. I don't think it will take me that long, but you never know. And then I've also got like summer knitwear plans, that like designs I want to do, and like a cashmere jumper and everything. So yeah, I just don't see myself casting on a blanket soon, but I think that would be a really nice idea to use up a lot of my, just like, I have like full balls that I've never used. Like I order too much for a project, or I have like lots of little scraps, like or I don't tend to keep my little scraps, but like just end bits of balls of yarn that can't really be used for anything else. So it just would be good to get rid of them basically. And then I could, I don't know, have that blanket sitting on the sofa, and whenever we have friends over, then I could talk about it. Yeah, my life though, I mentioned I was made redundant. Sorry, I'm probably being judged for how I'm straightening my hair, but I don't know how to do it nicely. Yeah, I was made redundant at the end of the year. I actually took voluntary redundancy though, which was really nice to like, you know, have like me leaving be up to me basically. So I was thinking about it, and I thought I'm better to jump before I'm pushed. So that's exactly what I did. So yeah, I ended up leaving at the end of 2026. A lot of December was like garden leave. I ended up giving my laptop back quite early in December. I have like the 4th of December in my head, or maybe the 8th of December. So yeah, I had a nice, very restful Christmas, which I was very grateful for, because I actually got sick like in the middle of December, just with like this cold, but it was coming in waves. I look so good right now. It was like coming in waves, and it just wiped me out for like 3 weeks. So I was really, really glad that I didn't have to like work, or even like, you know, wake up and get out of bed for like 9 a.m. just to wiggle my mouse on my laptop. You know, because I didn't have any work to do. So I was really, really glad I was able to give the laptop back and start my garden leave. And then I got my lovely, lovely redundancy pay, which is something, you know what, until I was made redundant, I did not know how good those packages could be. And it's really, really good, especially if you are able to get a job again quickly enough. Like I have never had that amount of money in my account, and I've been able to keep most of it. I did have to pay off my car in January, but that wasn't like a massive amount. I feel like I'm oversharing here now. Oh well, I love oversharing, especially when I look like this. But yeah, I had to pay off my car in January, which really wasn't, I drive a Citroen C3 from like 2019 or something, so it wasn't like a massive amount by any means, you know. It wasn't like what a lot of like those, is it hire purchase or PCP, whatever the one with like the payment at the end, it was like nothing compared to what some of those can be. So I did have to pay off my car at the end, which I had been saving for. And I had the money sitting in an account to pay for it, but now I've like been able to like just not touch that money. And I used my redundancy pay, plus then I've still got another good whack sitting there, so I'm just keeping that for a house deposit. in maybe like another 5 years or something. I want to move into a forever home because my house right now, we've had it for 2 years, but it just has like one big bedroom, which is this one, and then another tiny one. So if we ever want to have kids, like, we're going to have to move. Anyway, I am starting another job at the end of February, and it's a bit funny. The job, I applied for it and thought I did really well on the interview, and then they emailed me to say, so sorry, but this job has actually been like withdrawn, like we're no longer hiring for this job anymore. And I was like, oh, bummer, because it was like the best one that I had applied to. It wasn't as well paying as a couple of the other ones I was looking at, that I was still going through like the whole interview process with, but it was the one that I was like, it'll be like a better work-life balance. The office is in like an ideal location for me, and look how red my ear is. Left for Love by Left Ear. Somebody's talking about me. It was in like an ideal location, so I was actually really bummed whenever they said that they weren't like looking for anybody for it anymore. So whenever they said like, oh, it's back on again, I was like, happy days. So they offered me the job. I didn't even have to do any more interviews or anything. But yeah, I am starting at the end of February. So that will be good. I have to start, my first day is like in person, and I think that'll be really nerve-wracking. Like meeting everybody, not knowing what the vibe is in terms of like what you wear to work, and also like I need to like figure out like what to do for lunch and stuff. Just like the silliest little things that I'm going to overthink. So yeah, it will be nerve-wracking, but I am so excited to get back into work. This, like, it's maybe very out of touch for me to say this, but yeah, I've like been out of work for like officially 2 months, but I haven't done any work really in about 4, because there was nothing to be done. So I've been like so bored. I've been feeling myself going like stir crazy in the house. Even though like I always thought like, oh, what a dream, see, to like be like a stay-at-home mom. I was like, I would absolutely love to do that. I don't think I'm cut out for that. Just me and the dog like hanging out, I was going insane. Obviously my husband was coming home like at the time as well. For the majority of it he was still working in hospitality, so he was only away, like he would still do like 40 hours a week, but like, and he was home like anytime he wasn't working basically. But yeah, I was still going insane. So I'm so excited to get back into work and have something to do with my days, although it will take away from my knitting time obviously, and my time to be able to just like go on a walk with my dog. Other than that, I really don't have like much of a life update. I'm getting a bed delivered today, that's exciting. There was some like furniture and like white goods that I had bought off the guy who sold me this house, including the bed that's in like my bedroom, which is a divan bed with no drawers to it, and it just collects all this dust and dog hair. So it's a big thing, definitely not a good use of space given there's no drawers in it. So yeah, we're getting rid of it, and we are getting a black metal bed instead that there is like space underneath, so I can just put boxes under. So that's exciting. I've been doing little bits in the house. So our dishwasher broke months ago, but we put off getting a new one because we were getting married, and that was like the big like thing that all the money was going towards, was the wedding. We didn't even like have a real wedding. We eloped and then we had like a couple of parties after, but obviously it still costs money. So yeah, we just got a new dishwasher there last month. I had to buy a washing machine in like November as well. And then our water pressure's been so terrible that our shower keeps just like cutting off while you're in it, and there's nothing. We had like a plumber out and he was like, yeah, there's nothing you can do really. But I just saw the waterworks people came out and spray painted a W right outside our like next door neighbour's house. So I think that means they're going to dig something up, and then hopefully that means that the water pressure will be better. Cross my fingers. That's what's going on with the house. Other than that, like nothing. Like we changed the toilet seat, and I bought a picture frame so that I can put up some of our wedding photos finally. But I need to order them. Just trying to think what else people might be interested to know. I don't know. I have a strange accent because I'm from Northern Ireland and I live in a town just outside Belfast. But my husband and I really want to move to Belfast. We both lived in Belfast. He's not from Belfast either, but we're both like are from very close to Belfast. We have both lived in Belfast. We both went to uni in Belfast, and oh my god, just the quality of life in Belfast is so much better. Like even just like the ability to like walk to the pub and like have like nice like council owned like parks and stuff that you can walk the dog in Belfast. That's something that my town is really lacking, is like good dog walking places. So yeah, we want to move to Belfast, but that'll probably not be for like 5 years, and then hopefully that'll be like maybe not our forever home, but the home that we'll have kids in. We have a little cocker spaniel called Rigger, hence Riggernets. I got him before I met my husband. I was renting a place and my landlord was so cool that he let me have a dog, because I was living by myself for the first time ever and I couldn't hack it. I needed a dog, so he's like my wee baby. He is gonna be 5, is that right? Yeah, he's gonna be 5 this year in May. And he's just the best dog ever. Apart from walking on the lead, he's awful at that. And he loves to bark at any noise out the window. Other than that, he is the best boy ever. He's currently lying on the bed here beside me. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered it. There's really like not that much else. I recently returned to playing roller derby. That's something I did when I was in uni and all the way up until about 2022 or 2023. And then I gave it up to skate like at the skate park and stuff. I thought roller derby was taking time away from my ability to skate at the skate park, and then I stopped skiing at the skate park because I didn't enjoy it anymore. So I'm back to roller derby, which is so much fun, except for the bruises. Like I'm constantly covered in bruises now. And I also, oh my god, need to replace so much of my kit. Like I need a new plate on the bottom of my skates. I need new bearings, new wheels, toe stops, knee pads. I just bought team tank tops, which were expensive. And I need new shorts as well. Oh, there's just so much to think about. So much to buy. Anyway, let me do my mascara. I can't talk while I do this. Okay, I'm all finished. I'm going to put a wash on and have my breakfast. Sneak peek of dinners on the shopping list. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm not coming through the car, but yeah, I just finished my Tesco shop. Kind of eventful. A lot of interesting characters in Tesco's today. Actually didn't spend too much, just for I don't know, I'll maybe just share how much my shopping was. It was like £82. I got stuff for maybe like 3 or 4 dinners, but a lot of the stuff, no, maybe 5 dinners, and then I'm eating a couple of things from the freezer, and then we're planning on having steak on Valentine's Day, which is Saturday, and I didn't buy the steak. If I did, the shop would have been like £100 or something maybe. I don't know how much steaks go for these days, but I think we're going to go to the butcher's to get a steak. And then when I was leaving, my trolley like seized up. Never had that happen before, kind of embarrassing. And while I was in there, my I was checking the thing for my bed delivery and it wasn't meant to come until at least like another hour basically from when I arrived in Tesco's, and then I got a phone call there from the guy and I could barely hear him, and he was like, yeah, we're outside, it's raining, like, is there anybody home, is the door open or anything? And I was like, no, nobody's home, I've just gone to Tesco's, like the delivery wasn't meant to be for another hour. So I'm gonna go home here. Hopefully I'll be able to lift it in because it is raining and it's a metal bed. I imagine it's wrapped up in plastic as well inside the box, but yeah, I'm just gonna go home and try and get this lifted in and put my shopping away as well. She is big. I am just gonna open this and try and take the pieces out and put them like upstairs or something.
Certified Nick approved.
Yeah?
Get the spinny ones. If you are an amateur like me, you have no idea what you're doing.
I'm just trying on my cardigan for length. I might actually have done it a wee bit too long, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Oh, I don't have enough length on my needles to be able to like properly pull it close, but you know what, I'm just gonna start. Oh, my camera's slipping. I'm just gonna start doing the ribbing for a bit. Oh, it's really hard to tell, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just start doing my ribbing for a bit and then see what I think, because I don't want it to be too long. Do you know, that's insane. Last time I tried this on, it was way too short. I should really put it on barber cord and see what I think. But I'm lazy. Wait, I think I have some barber cord. Yes, in my little Notions thing. Okay, let me try this on. This is the worst angle. Like, you can either have my head in it or my cardigan. The end of my cardigan. So this is the Victoria cardigan, the little self-draft one. This is my Pico edge sleeve that needs redone, and this is the ribbing that's getting completely ripped out and redone to be Pico edge. Oh, I'm terrified that the needle, the stitches are just going to drop off. Okay, this is a bit better. Okay, we're just looking at the length of this. Oh, I need to relax. I'm putting my shoulders up. Just trying to like hold it together. I don't have the buttons. It'll be like this, like this. Okay, so that is hitting like right at my little, the pointy part of my hip bone. How long do I want to make this? Not that much longer. I might only do the tiniest bit of ribbing. Okay. Well, let's start it and see how I feel about it. I feel like I'm being like insanely productive because I'm filming. I'm not usually this productive, but I'm just making a cup of tea. I'm gonna water a couple of plants since the sink in the background there is like cleared, and I like to put them on the draining rack so that all the water can like drain out. And then I looked it up, the yarn shop I wanted to go to is actually closed on Mondays, so I might go later this week. But I'm gonna have a look through my sock yarns once I get my cup of tea and see if there's anything usable before I buy something new. As an update for my jumper, I've done my cardigan, sorry, I'm on the ribbing for it now, and I've done maybe like 4 or 6 rows of ribbing, and it's, I want to say, like maybe like halfway to the length I want it to be. I'm just going to do another buttonhole and then a couple of rows after that, and then bind off, and I think that will be it done for the body. So let's see, might not get that done today though. Ignore the rest of the mess, but this one's really not doing so good. Look, it's so dead up there, but these leaves are still hanging on, so I'm not going to give up on it until it gives up on me. Yes, again, ignore all the mess. This is all my sock yarn, so I just want to go through it and see what we have to work with. Should I just dump it all out? Oh no, labels are falling off. Uh-oh. Let me put away what I know I'm definitely not going to use. Not going to use that. This, I've like worked out that one hank isn't enough to make 2 pairs of socks. And I have made 2 pairs of socks. I've already made a pair with this one, so I'm not gonna have enough. And that is the label for that one. I wonder if I stuff it in here. Oh, I'll just throw it in. Same with this one. I've already made 2 pairs of socks with this one, or sorry, 1 pair of socks with this one, so I'm not gonna be able to get another full pair of socks. Same, yeah, same. What is that? That's a cotton yarn. I'm not going to use that one. That's the tiniest amount of cotton yarn. This is that, what do you call it? Jamieson Shetland something or other, which I felted before. God, I have all these tiny little scraps. I'm not going to use these because they're too busy. Oops. It's cotton again, I'm not going to use that. Same with these Drops Fable ones actually. Another cotton one. There's a tiny little sample. And then another Drops one. Okay. Oh, another one. Hold on, I have more cleaning up to do. Tiny bit left of one. And another tiny bit left of one. These are obviously not going to be enough, and I wouldn't be that keen on the colour of any of them for this project, so let me just stuff them back in there. That's another cotton one. I've got a lot of loose labels. Okay, so I'm left with, I'm not going to do it in a green like this. I'm imagining like a pastel kind of colour. So yeah, not this. I'm not going to do it in yellow, and I'm also not going to be doing it in bright red. So this leaves Cascade Heritage White, and I have knit with this one before, and I think for my purposes this isn't strong enough to be a sock yarn, so I'm discounting that. And then I'm just left with these 3 hanks that I've never knit with before or wound, so I don't know what they're going to be like, but again, none of them are solid colours, so they're a write-off. So I've just convinced myself that I definitely do need to go to the yarn shop and get some sock yarn. I didn't even show the project yet. Obviously I've shown this in other videos, but it's for another sample of these socks because there's little cable and bubble pattern up here, and the yarn is so busy you just can't see what's going on. So that's what it's for. I've knit one sock and I'm on the foot part of the other. I'm probably going to knit these again a bit later, but I don't know if I'll film it because I like to do it when I'm like in bed reading. And my husband will be there, so yeah, might just have to skip that out of this little video. But here's these, hopefully pattern coming once I get a new yarn. That was actually like a really hectic day. I did loads, but yeah, it's like maybe like 8:30 or something, so I'm just gonna go to bed, maybe knit a little bit more of my socks, but I'm almost at the heel part, so I'll have to switch to longer needles for that. And I'm just gonna read my book on my iPad. But yeah, I did a good bit of progress. Got the body of my cardigan nearly finished. I just needed basically do Italian bind off, I think, and it's done. And then obviously I need to go back and fix the sleeves. But yeah, pretty productive day for me. But anyway, thank you for sticking around and watching this, however long this video is going to turn out to be. Hopefully it was interesting. I don't know how interesting like somebody's day-to-day life can be, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, then please subscribe and watch out for more videos coming your way. Thank you, bye.